And up here we have Drew Sanborn and Margaret Lindsay Sanborn. They're a couple who love taking pictures together, and they love old things, and in this case old farms and different pieces of farm equipment that they find when they visit farms that have either been abandoned or they're allowed into. So this work is a great example of how sometimes the work we show is very literal, about farms, about different tools used on a farm, about farm animals, and at other times it's more abstract, a more symbolical connection. After Aruba, I found my way via the Netherlands again into Maine. Yeah, so I got to spend some time with my grandmother in 1999 and 2000, or she passed away right before the millennium. She was one of the most important people in my life. I was very lucky to have her until almost 30, because Maine just really touched me. She lived in Damascata on a lake, on a beautiful old farm, and sometimes my cousins and I would gather there together. There would be this sense of family, but I was really touched by the sense of spirit in nature that is here in Maine that I didn't know in the Netherlands, because even though I lived on a farm, Holland Holland can fit into Maine 5 times, I think, and yet we have over 17 million people. I felt like if I ever have the chance to come and live in Maine as an adult, I would like that very much. About 8 years ago, I found my way to Maine Farmland Trust, and they were just launching the idea of having a gallery here in this space on Main Street. So I came on board with lots of ideas of how to make that happen, and some connections already in having helped start a gallery in Rockland. And it's just been amazing how everything has evolved from there. So we were looking for different ways to continue to create an event that had food and farming connected, and connected to the art walk seemed like a really logical thing to do. One time during Maine Farm, one of my colleagues took care of getting food from the farm to the galleries, and I thought maybe that would be just a fun thing to continue to really highlight the fact that our area here in Belfast and Waldo County is so rich with both of these, both the farms and the arts, and often there are farmers that are artists and artists that are farmers, and so the connection seemed very logical. We're just one organization here in Belfast that is offering something in the arts, and I think one of the things that I love in working here in Belfast as somebody who's, let's say, an arts administrator or a catalyst behind art events, is that we have a whole community of people working towards that. And the art walks already existed before I came along. There are a number of people from the galleries in town that put a lot of energy into that, to create that, and as we've moved along, BCC developed, and I feel we're very lucky to have organizations such as Belfast Creative Coalition and Our Town Belfast, who bring the community together around the arts and continue to give energy and momentum into furthering these kinds of initiatives such as the Art Walk and other community events that really allow people that come to Belfast to get a taste of the different cultural things that happen here. This gallery would have never been successful if it weren't embedded into this amazing organization, Maine Farmland Trust. I honestly, every single day, have conversations in the gallery about the work that Maine Farmland Trust does. So people might come in because they're interested in the artwork, but they leave feeling incredibly enthused about learning about this connection and all the different things that Maine Farmland Trust does that are so vitally important to agriculture, to farmers, to supporting farmers, to getting farmers on the land, to food security. And so I have so many stories to tell because there are so many other people doing amazing work here.